Okay, here's a thought for you. What if the very success you're chasing could actually become a cage? It's a weird idea, I know. The more you earn, the more you achieve, the less freedom you actually have. So let's get into it. We're going to break down one of the most common, but, least talked about traps in professional life today.
All right, to really get this, let me introduce you to Daniel. He's 40 years old, works in tech, a booming industry, right? And look, on paper, this guy is the absolute picture of success.
And here's the number that, to the outside world, kind of defines that success. $168,000 a year. I mean, that's a fantastic income. That's the kind of salary that's supposed to buy you comfort, security, and, freedom, right?
And, well, this is what that salary's built. You got the beautiful home, the nice safe SUV in the driveway, his 2 kids are in private school, they take those great family vacations every year. I mean, if you met Daniel, you would think, wow, this guy has it made. And you'd be right, technically. But there's a flip side to this perfect picture.
And here it is. This is the secret Daniel is living with every single day. If his income just stopped tomorrow, his entire lifestyle would collapse in just 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. That's his entire safety net. And it's not because he's reckless or bad with money. It's because he's caught in something we call the golden handcuff trap.
So what exactly is this trap? Well, the sneakiest thing about it is that you don't even see it coming. It's like an invisible cage. You're the one building it, brick by brick, and you don't even realize it's happening. So here's the textbook definition. It's that state where your lifestyle, all the nice things, the big commitments, grows to perfectly match or sometimes even outpace your big salary. You get so dependent on that specific paycheck coming in that your freedom to choose just evaporates. Your ability to take a risk, to switch careers, or even just take a break, gone. You've lost all your options.
But how does this even happen? I mean, that's the scary part, right? It's not like you make one huge, terrible decision. No, this trap is built out of a bunch of completely logical, totally rational choices, the kind of choices people congratulate you for making.
Just take a look at this timeline. What's so wild is how normal this all looks. Daniel starts his career, he's making $58,000. He's sharing an apartment, driving a used car. Life is pretty light, pretty flexible. But then, with every promotion, every pay bump, he gets himself an earned upgrade, a nicer apartment. Then he hits 6 figures, so a new car. Then a senior role means it's time to buy the house, put the kids in private school. Every single step felt like progress, a reward for all that hard work. And right here, this is the simple, but really dangerous math at the core of the whole trap. Yeah, his income grew, which is great, but his fixed commitments, the bills he has to pay every single month no matter what, they grew even faster.
Okay, wow, this chart really shows you the squeeze. So after taxes, Daniel's bringing home around $9,200 a month. But just look at where it all goes. The mortgage, bam, $3,300. Private school, another $2,000. Car payments, over $1,000. Add insurance and utilities, and almost everything is gone. See that tiny little sliver left over? That's his margin, $500. And that's before food, gas, a flat tire, let alone actually saving or investing.
Now let's be super clear here. Daniel is not broke. He's a high-income earner, but he has almost zero margin. And margin, that's not just leftover money. It's oxygen. It's breathing room. It's the space you need to think, to plan, to make a different choice. Honestly, it's what freedom actually is.
And this lack of margin, this lack of breathing room, it has a huge cost, and it goes way beyond just the bank account. When your income stops being a tool you use and starts being a master you have to serve just to survive, everything changes.
It takes a huge psychological toll. Think about it. Early in his career, Daniel's mind was all about opportunity, about growth. He'd ask himself, what could I build? Now, his mindset is 100% defensive. It's driven by fear. And the only question he asks is, what could I lose? That tiny shift in perspective, it changes absolutely everything. And that fear totally reshapes how he acts at work. Suddenly, he's negotiating less boldly, he's avoiding any kind of professional risk, he doesn't challenge things that are obviously broken, he works longer hours, he stays quiet when he knows something is wrong. Why? Because the cost of rocking the boat, of maybe losing that job, it feels catastrophic. He's become totally dependent, and that has made him compliant.
And this is the great paradox of the whole thing. A high income feels powerful, but when it's chained to these massive monthly bills, it actually does the opposite. It strips you of your options.
And having options, the real ability to walk away, to say no, to change your mind, that is the only real financial security there is.
Okay, so that's the problem. How do you get out of it? How do you break free? Well, the answer might surprise you. It's not always about earning more money. A lot of the time, that just makes the handcuffs even tighter. The real solution is to strategically, purposefully reduce your dependency. So here's a 3-step framework to do just that. Step 1, you got to calculate your fixed cost ratio. Just figure out what percentage of your take-home pay is eaten up by those must-pay bills. If it's over 60%, you're in the danger zone. Step 2, you need to design for disruption. Ask yourself, could I survive if my income suddenly dropped by, say, 30%? If the answer is no, your situation is fragile. And then step 3, and this is the big one, you have to separate your identity from your lifestyle. Who you are is not what you own. Because real security, true security, it's not the fancy car. It's not the bigger house. Real security is liquidity. It's margin. It's time. It's cash you can get your hands on. It's that breathing room in your budget every month. And it's the freedom to choose what you do with your day. Those are the assets that actually matter. Okay, so what's a practical plan look like? First things first, you have to stop the automatic upgrades. Just because you get a raise doesn't mean you have to spend it. Instead, you redirect every bonus, every windfall into building up your liquidity. Your goal should be a 9 to 12-month runway. That's a cash cushion that could cover all your expenses. Once you have that, then you can start looking at how to gradually chip away at those big fixed commitments. And you know what happens when you do that? It's incredible. This isn't just a numbers game on a spreadsheet. It's about psychology. Because as your fixed costs fall, your courage rises. It's a direct relationship. You start to feel that lightness, that flexibility you had years ago start to come back. Ultimately, this whole thing is about redefining what success even means. A big income? That just creates the appearance of success. It's all the external stuff. But margin, that space in your budget, that creates the power to choose. The power to actually live your life the way you want to. Just remember this. The reason this trap is so powerful is because it doesn't feel like a trap. It feels comfortable. It feels like success. The golden handcuffs are totally invisible. Until, that is, you try to move. Until you decide you want something different and you suddenly feel them pull tight. So I'm going to leave you with a question. And it's not about how much money you make. It's about the way your life is structured. If your income just stopped tomorrow, what would you feel? Would it be instant crushing anxiety? Or would it be the quiet confidence that comes with freedom? Your answer to that question, well, it tells you everything you need to know.